not just one major league pitcher. Paul, here's another guy. What do you notice about that picture?
Well, he has very little flexion in his back knee.
Right, again, what do you notice, Robbie?
His foot's pointed up.
His foot's pointed up again, so we're starting to see some similarities there. Matthew, what do you notice?
The knees above the waist.
We're noticing that. What else? Or something else we're missing that he's doing? Yeah, Brian?
The knees are lined up.
The knees are lined up. There's something I see right now we haven't hit on. One more point. You got to get it. Robbie?
His shoulders aren't straight across.
That was said. One more thing.
Picking up the target.
Picking up the target. Right, he's getting his eyes, looking at the target. And we're starting to see that. Here's a lefty, Greg Swindell. We notice. What do you guys notice again?
Same thing.
You see the same thing. Okay. Now you're wondering, why are all these guys pitching basically the same way? Well, that's because anatomically, that's how your body functions. Major league players, as we talked early, do things correctly. Okay? They do things the most efficiently possible, and that's why they're major leaguers. So what you're seeing these gentlemen demonstrate for you today is the most efficient way to pivot, to gather energy, to load, and we're going to show you in a moment how they're going to unload the energy to make it into a pitch. So the first thing we had to do to get some velocity and control and all that is we have to do what? Anybody sharp can figure that out? What do you got to do?
Load.
You got to load up. You got to get some energy. Almost like if you had a shotgun. What do you do if you're going to go out and use it and go hunting?
Load.
You're going to load it up. Doesn't do too much good if it doesn't have any energy. And that's what he's doing. He's loading up. All the energy is stored. And now we're going to talk about in our next lesson what's going to happen to all this energy and how it gets transformed into a good pitch at the plate.
The lift and load position is an extremely important position for the pitcher, as it is here that he stores or loads his energy. From here, he'll transfer the stored energy into the momentum needed for a dynamic delivery. Notice, in the lift and load position, our pitchers have little flexion in the rear leg, and the knees are knee to knee in alignment, and the front knee is above the waist. Also, notice the hips and shoulders are rotated approximately 20 degrees beyond the hitter, creating the stored energy. Now, let's continue with teaching the mechanics of the Major League pitcher and move on to Lesson 4, as our Baseball World students learn to increase the flexion in the back knee and glide.